dear students, and welcome to my channel Mentor for 10th SSC Board. In today's lecture, we are going to begin with the second chapter of Science 1, that is chapter number 2, Periodic Classification of Elements by Mentor for 10th SSC Board. This will be a one-shot video of Science 1. In this video, we shall be studying all the factors which are coming in this chapter, such as periodic classification, whichever factors are indulging in this whichever factors are coming in this chapter, we are going to study all the factors in detail about periodic classification of elements. Chapter number 2, it is a chemistry chapter, so according to the chemistrical concepts, we are going to go ahead with that. So without wasting the time, let's continue with our today's lecture. Chapter number 2, Science 1, Chapter 2, Periodic Classification of Elements. This is Science 1, Chapter 2, Periodic Classification of Elements by Mentor for 10th SSC Board. I hope, dear students, that you are ready for today's lecture. According to that, we will begin with proceed with our lecture without wasting time. Now students, for your information, let me tell you that in this chapters we are going to study we are going to go through many scientists' names and many scientists those who have discovered the classification of elements into categories and periodic tables. Now we shall proceed with the classification of elements. We shall proceed with the classification of elements. Now we have learned in the previous standard that all the atoms of an element are of only one type. Today 118 elements are taken into consideration. So there are 118 elements in the world. There are 118 elements in the world. How many elements are there? 118. Is that clear? These are known to the scientific world. However, around year 18,000, only about 30 elements were known. More number of elements were discovered in the course of time. More and more information about the properties of these elements was gathered. To ease the study of such a large number of elements, scientists started studying the pattern, if any, in the vast information about them. You know that in the initial classification of elements were classified into the groups of metals and non-metals. These elements were classified into two categories. See, your classification of elements were categories were 118 elements, and these elements were categorized between metals and non-metals. 118 elements were classified into metals and non-metals. I hope it's visible. Okay, so let's begin with the first element, that is Dobrynin's trade. Let's begin with the first element, that is Dobrynin's trade. Are you ready, all of you? Let's begin. First element is Dobrynin's trade. पहला हम पढ़ेंगे Dobrynin's trade, साइंस 1 का चैप्टर नंबर 2, क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ एलिमेंट्स. First, we are going to study is Dobrynin's trade. We are going to study Dobrynin's trade, classification of elements. Now see, there are many elements which we have that I'll let you know. But the first trade which you have to keep in your mind is the first one is Dobrynin's trade. First one is Dobrynin's trade. Now Dobrynin ने क्या किया था? What was the definition given by Dobrynin? उन्होंने क्या scientifically research किया था according to the elements. See now what is the definition given by him, and examples also you have to write. Write this definition. Group of three elements. Group of three elements, each having group of three elements each having similar chemical reaction, similar atomic mass of sodium will be equal, if we find the average of that, we'll find lithium and potassium का equal आएगा. Suppose sodium से atomic mass आहे 23.0, lithium से atomic mass आहे 6.9 आणि potassium से atomic mass आहे 39.1. त्यांनी काय सांगितलंय, जर तुम्ही ह्या दोघाला atomic mass काय सोडियमचा 23.0, लिथियमचा 6.9 आणि पोटॅशियमचा आहे 39.1. जर आपण लिथियम आणि पोटॅशियमचं प्लस केलं, ऍड केलं, तर त्याचं इक्वल येईल सोडियम वाढेल. नाउ लेट्स ऍड एंड सी. 6.9 प्लस 39.1, 6.9 प्लस 39.1. नाउ प्लस करून बघा येईल तुमचं. 9 प्लस 1 किती झालं? द मीन म्हणजे एव्हरेज. लिथियमचं काय 6.9 प्लस पोटॅशियमचं 39.1 अपॉन 2. याला प्लस करून बघा. नाउ प्लस एंड सी. 6.9 प्लस और 39.1 प्लस 6.9 प्लस करून बघायला. 9 प्लस 1 10, 1 कॅरी इथं पॉइंट आहे, पॉइंटच्या खाली पॉइंट. नाउ 9 प्लस 1 is 10. 10 plus 16 is how much? 10 plus 16. 10 plus 6. Sorry, 10 plus 6. किती झालं? 9 plus 1 is 10 and 10 plus 6 किती झालं? 10 plus 6 is 16. म्हणजे काय येईल? 16 आणि 1 इकडे वरती आणि 3 plus 1 is 4. So 46.0. Now here we got 46.0 म्हणजे 46. 46 upon multiply 46 divided by 2. 46 divided by 2. 2 divided by 46. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. 23 point इधर राहू द्या, point राहू द्या. So we don't miss this point. So 23.0. What we find? दोघांचं मीन केलं तर we find as 23.0. आणि 23.0 कशाचं आहे? मिडल एलिमेंटचं काय atomic mass आहे 23.0. So both the element ह्या दोघांचं is equal to middle element. बोथ हे जर तुम्ही दोघं प्लस करताल तर त्याचं इक्वल येईल, त्याचा मीन काढला तर त्याचा प्लस येईल. सोडियमचं बरोबर येईल. हाऊ? आय होप यू फाइंड दिस easy. Is that clear? 2 divided by 46 is 23.0. You got. Okay. Now we shall see the demerits of and disadvantages of the brainer spray. Now till here we have studied